Dodi. I'm from country Georgia. You can guess it from my accent that I'm not native. The reason why I started my introduction with my country, it is important to know where we're coming from and what is our background. The world is wide and diverse, and even though there are universally right and wrong principles and actions that should apply to all cultures, unfortunately, the world doesn't operate like this. We, our thoughts, our beliefs, our actions are the products of our culture, politics, and religion. At first stage, when you're young, you accept everything the way it is. That's when you learn to be like everyone, behave like everyone, think like everyone. That's when society molds you into a person that fits into norms. The next stage is optional. Either you decide to outgrow your box and widen your horizon, or you can stay in your tiny little place forever. No one gonna blame you for that. Vice versa, you'll be much more appreciated and accepted. So as a proud Georgian, I love to say that my country shaped me. It taught me who I should be or I shouldn't be, the way I should think or not think. But at the end of the day, I decide for myself who I want to be. And everything these all together affected my writing. I decided to go to a soul-searching journey with my heroes. It's like we had a mutual quest to find the answers. Different parts of my story are scattered around this novel, as well as of people whom I knew. And even though in general it's a fiction, behind every chapter is a real person story. And I decided to tell the stories in a raw, unfiltered way, sometimes as unorganized thoughts, because that's how we people are. We don't think in perfectly structured and organized manner. We tend to jump from thought to thought and sometimes cut thinking at all. At a certain phase of my life, I believed that using complicated vocabulary and complex sentences made me appear more smart or intelligent. As I've aged, I've come to realize that simplicity in conveying thoughts is a key. What truly matters is a feeling. And if we delve deeper into my characters, Natalie, you might say that there was nothing crucial happening in her life to lead her to suicidal thoughts. However, that is not true. Stress builds up in a person every day, and these dark thoughts consume every cell of the body. And then it happens on an ordinary day. Mental health is an issue, and the more busy we are and the challenging times are, the bigger the stress. That's why we should pay more attention to the first signals and seek help. Gega is another product of my country's dark period. At the period when organized criminal groups took over, thieves and law as they were identifying themselves. And as funny as it may sound, they were considered the coolest expression of masculinity. But even in those merciless circles, drug dealers were not welcomed. Drug dealing is considered as the most fallen business in my country, and no one wants to be associated with that kind of people. Unfortunately, Gega's addiction and greed led him to this self-destructive path, and that's why we can understand why his unconscious led him to hell. So when we face our demons, we have two options. Either we to submit to them, or we decide to survive and fight. No matter how fallen we are, no matter how many mistakes we made, we have always a chance to start over, to repent and start over. Anastasia, the woman who faces cancer but decides not to give up. She believes in the power of human inner resources. She believes that we all carry magic inside us. And if we can shift our consciousness into that, then we can become supernatural. Alex, a man like many other Georgians, lives on the brink of starvation and poverty. He blames government and politics for that, and he's right. However, there is another truth. We should not rely on others. We should not expect help from outside the world. In majority of cases, of course. We should create our own reality. Helen, a woman who lives in an abusive marriage and tries to free herself from the cage. Toxic love is not love, and she learns it in the hardest way. And no matter how all my characters are different from each other, they all share the common trait. They want a better life. They want a better future. And they decide to embark on this journey of self-transformation. I personally believe that no matter how old we are, no matter to what social class we belong, what are our strengths and weaknesses, we can harness them all and become the better versions of ourselves. Start over and over until we reach the goal. And the goal is evolving into a better human beings. So I hope you all like the story, and see you on the other side of the bridge.